Thought I'd bring my assistant. She's like totally over it because she was taking a nap. But she's so cute. Look in the camera. Maybe you can be a model and then I don't have to work anymore. What do you think? Does anyone know anyone that needs a cat model that'll pay $1 billion for it? Hi, Andrew. And then I can just like teach live stream yoga all day and not worry about paying rent and stuff like that. Can I exploit my cat? How are you guys? Cat hair everywhere. What's going on? Did you pick up the playlist? If not, it's in my bio. It's also in my stories. Hey, Christopher. Who else is on here? I thought I saw Tony sign in. Sure did. What's going on? Ready for a big weekend? I think I'm actually maybe hitting Palm Beach because apparently there's an open beach there. And I think that we need that. I'll start in a couple minutes. We don't really need much today. It's a slow flow. But I did it this morning and I was sweating, so it's still a heat builder. Melissa, I just saw your message. Melissa was preemptively, psychically listening to songs on my playlist before I released it to the public. So maybe that's where I got the initiative to put Roberta Flack on my list. God, I need a haircut, like a real one, not one that I do in my bathroom myself. I cut it way too short, but what am I gonna do? It's falling out. Anything you want to tell me? Any gossip before we get started? No? All right. So for the playlist, you can really just start it. We'll start with some seated openers, and after we move on from the seated openers, we'll be moving toward sort of a cat-cow situation, and you can start the playlist then if that calls you. But there's really no particular starting time. It's just sort of what I have in my head. Oh, Christopher, you're doing TikTok? I still don't understand what it is. What is it? People are just dancing? Like, why do we need an app to tell us to dance? Well, if someone could explain to me what the purpose of TikTok is, I would be thrilled. Well, Christopher, post one of your TikTok videos so I have an idea. Hi, Alan. So I have an idea of what the big fuss is all about. All right, I'm done talking. Let's get started. Come to your mat. Have the playlist ready to attack when we move on from our seated situation. And we're working shoulders today. We're going to do a lot of shoulder stuff. I really like this flow, to be honest. And a little bit of twists. And finish with a back bend or two. So, as long as everyone can hear me okay, if there's any issues, just shoot me a message. Otherwise, come to your mat, seated, legs crossed, eyes closed, spine is stacked. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Let it all go. Deep breath in this time, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Fill the belly, fill the lungs, exhale out through the mouth, drop the shoulders down, let it go. Last one, full breath in through the nose, hug the shoulders up toward the earlobes. Exhale out with force, let the shoulders drop and let the spine get long. Stay here, start to regulate your breath. And as you inhale, sweep the arms out and up, press the palms together above the head. Open the eyes, exhale, drop just the right arm down to be parallel with the floor. And now wrap the right arm underneath of the left into eagle arms, pressing the palms together or taking a hold of your elbows and gently lifting the fingertips up, dropping the shoulders down, and finding your drishti somewhere in the center of your forearms. Slowly unravel that as you inhale, spiral your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, drop the left arm to be parallel with the floor. And now wrap the left arm underneath of the right into Garandasana arms. Start to draw your fingertips up high as you sink your shoulder blades down low. And keep your gaze nice and soft. Letting go of those wrinkles around the eyes to smooth out the cheeks and the face. And now slowly release as you inhale, sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, T-twist over to the right. Inhale, draw them back up through center. Exhale, T-twist over to the left. Inhale, bring them back up through center. As you breathe out, let your hands drop down towards your knees and slowly start to make giant circles with the upper body and with the torso. So as you exhale, round back, tuck chin to chest, and as you inhale, press your heart forward, going from one knee to the other knee, and move slow. Feel it in your torso, feel it in your belly. And on the next inhale, reverse direction. Start to move towards your left. Present heart forward, and on your exhale, round the spine and hug the elbows in. Breathing in, rock your body forward. Breathing out, lounge it back. One more big circle. In, draw it forward. Exhale, reach it back. Again, inhale. Come to a neutral spine, and as you breathe out, you're going to lie down onto the back. So you'll bring your feet down into a bridge-like position and take your hands. They're going to come underneath of your sacrum, but collect the bony part of the left hand with the top of the right. So you're making a fist with the left hand and then wrapping your right hand around your left fist and sort of shimmying those knuckles together. Pick the hips up towards the sky, and now gather the shoulder blades together and gently drop your sacrum down onto your fists. So this is a nice little stretch of the shoulders. If it's uncomfortable with the hands, you can move the hands as needed. And if it's available, start to straighten out through both legs so that your entire body weight is resting on your shoulders and on your forearms. Keep the feet flexed and the legs active, and just breathe. And bring your awareness to that opening in the chest cavity and the rounding back of the shoulder heads. And now gently bend the knees and slowly lift the hips up and just reverse the grip of your hands. So take a hold of the right fist instead this time. Gather your shoulder blades together a little bit more. Keep your gaze up at the ceiling. And now lower your sit bones down onto your fists and extend the legs straight if it's available to you, if your shoulders are ready for this. It is a little bit intense, but it's Friday and the move is slow, and we're working on shoulders and heart openers anyhow. And no, it being Friday has nothing to do with it, but it felt important at the time. Press into your feet, bend the knees, press into the feet, lift the hips up to the sky, and now release your arms down long by the sides and hug the knees into the chest. And gently float the knees from right to left, and let the knees fall over to the right side. Tee your arms out, and keep your gaze at the ceiling or turn it over toward the left. And for anyone who just joined, the playlist is in my bio, and you really don't need any props. Easy stuff. Inhale, draw your knees back up through center, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, drop your knees over to the left side, gaze stays to the ceiling, or soften your upper body over towards the right. Inhale, draw your knees back up through center, and if you haven't started the playlist already, you can do so now. Hug the knees into the chest, and you can rock up and down on the spine, or you can fall over to one side and slowly rise and meet me in a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, dip the belly down low, press the heart forward, look up. I have to fix my hair. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, maybe breathe out through the mouth, round the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly down low, present the heart forward and flip the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, out through the mouth, round the spine, tuck the chin, press the palms into the earth. 2 more just like this. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, arch and tuck it in. Inhale, dip the belly, heart forward. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale to a neutral spine and start to walk your hands out forward onto the mat and let your chest melt down to the mat in puppy pose. And you can play around with the hands. Maybe you flip the palms up towards the sky if that helps. Externally rotate your shoulders. If you need the grip of the palms in the mat, you can stay like that too. And either your forehead is on the floor or your chin is on the floor if it's safe for your neck. Breathe. Start pulling the belly in, start flipping the tail a little bit higher. And now slowly, slowly, keep the forearms pressed down onto the mat. You're going to slither your upper body forward, drop your hips down to the floor. I'll shimmy back a little bit and come into a Sphinx pose. Shoulders roll back, heart comes forward. And now lower your forehead down to the mat. Extend your right arm in a T position off to the right. Lower the right ear down to the mat and now stack the left hip on top of the right and place the left foot behind you into a shoulder stretch. If you want to really get nice and deep into, really get all that gunk out of your shoulder, you can cactus your right arm and then come into this twist, which will intensify very quickly. I guess it's not really a twist. A little bit. Breathe. Get those joints lubricated. We're on the computers and the phones probably way more than we're used to, or maybe not. But if you are, it's really important to get open in the shoulders as much as you can. I know I'm on screens all day long. Slowly, slowly come back through center. Mindfully with care, come back to your Sphinx pose. And now extend the left arm straight out or cactus the arm. Left ear comes to the mat and now roll back so that you stack the right hip on top of the left and the right foot maybe drops behind you. Breathe. So you get an extra bonus of a hip opener and a pelvic floor opener. And just sit with it. Yes, it is not the most comfortable pose for all, but it's creating some very dire and necessary movement and lubrication where there needs to be. And now slowly, slowly, make your way back to a Sphinx pose. And bring your hands back underneath of the shoulders. Shift your hips back into a child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, let everything go. Lift the hips up, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. And now make your fidgets, make your movements, sway the hips, shake out the head. Draw the tips of the shoulder blades together. So you want to kiss the tips of the shoulder blades toward one another and then round down through your triceps. And now slowly, slowly start to make your way to an Uttanasana. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Shake out your upper body, bend the knees as much as you need. And as you inhale, slowly start to reverse swan dive out and up towards the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come down by the sides. Ground down through the feet, roll the shoulders, broaden in the chest. And inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. As you exhale, cactus the arms, gather shoulder blades, and now present the heart forward. You're puffing your chest and you're pulling your elbows back. Get a nice tall spine as you exhale, T-twist over to the right side and feel every movement. Inhale, come through center, both arms rise. Exhale, cactus or goalpost the arms and get broad in the chest. Breathe here. And as you breathe out, T-twist over to the left, keeping the hips rotated forward. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. We'll do that one more time with finesse. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift up the chest. This time, inhale, peel yourself open to a T-twist to the right. Exhale, sweep your arms forward and up to the sky. Inhale, get longer. Cactus the arms. Breathe into your T-twist over to the left. And then come forward to your Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive to a forward fold, nose to knees. Inhale, pick up the chest, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms and step it back to a plank, lower slowly all the way down to the floor. Inhale, baby bhujangasana, hug your elbows in toward the ribs. Exhale, pull the body forward, tap the forehead to the floor. Inhale into a teenage cobra. Come up a little bit higher, start to peel the belly button up off the mats. Exhale, draw your heart forward and fold. So use those exhales to lengthen your spine. Inhale, cobra as much as you're ready. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Breathe. And try to find stillness in this down dog, but make your tiny little movements, drawing the shoulder blades towards your sit bone, and your hips want to lift as high as they can, and that way you get nice and lengthy in your hamstrings, and maybe you can press back through the backs of the legs even more. Belly in, inhale, swipe the right leg up behind you. Exhale, the right foot comes forward and the left knee comes down. Breathe in, spiral your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, interlock your fingers behind the back with the right thumb on top. Let your chest rise, let your knuckles drag back. And then when you're ready, start to straighten out through the right leg. Pick up the toes and squeeze your inner thighs together. So use your balance by pulling your inner thighs in and then lifting your fists up and over the head. Bend into the right knee. Pick up the left knee. release your arms, high lunge, inner thighs, squeeze together. Get long in the back leg. Hug the left hip forward and the right hip back. Free up your right toes and exhale, cactus your arms and pick up your chest. On the next breath, T-twist over to the right side, keeping a nice stacked spine. And now breathe in, reach your left arm forward, forward, forward. Drop the left palm to the mat and sweep the right arm up to the sky into your simple twist. Roll down that front left hip. Squeeze your right knee in towards your left shoulder, but pull back on the left shoulder. Exhale, release the right hand down to the mat. Step it back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, round forward to your high plank. Exhale, lower the whole body down to the floor. Inhale into your cobra pose, heart comes up. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up behind you. Set the left foot forward and the right knee comes down. Get nice and separated in the thighs, and now inhale, arms reach out and up to the sky. Exhale, interlock fingers behind the back, the left thumb comes on top. Breathe in, peel back with your shoulders and let your chin rise. And now exhale, tuck the back toes, straighten the left leg. So move slow with intention to feel each vibration and each sensation as you move from one shape to the next. Bring your pinkies up and over the head. And now we'll release that. Plant the left foot, lift the right knee, high lunge, arms sweep forward and up. Find your alignment, inner thighs squeeze, back leg is long. And now cactus the arms, let the chest rise. And now T-twist over to the left. Keep hooking back with the left leg and reach your right arm forward. The left hip. And now the right hand drops and the left arm spikes up to the sky. Look at your arm and rotate the bicep forward. So you rotate back in the shoulder and you get some more space in your collarbone. Hug in with your left knee. Left hand down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, nose, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Exhale, mouth, drop the heels, lift the hips. Inhale, turn your gaze forward. Exhale, step or float your way, Uttanasana, top of the mat. Inhale, spiral your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, interlock your fingers behind the back. Inhale, chest rises, lift the chin. Exhale, fold over the legs, let the fish drop. Inhale, hands to the mat, the right leg steps back. Exhale, drop the right knee and sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, both hands down, downward facing dog. Breathe into a high plank. Exhale, drop the knees, drop the chest and the chin to the mat. Point the toes and now slither through into your cobra. Tuck the toes and hinge it back into your down dog. Inhale, float the right leg up behind you. Exhale, the right foot comes forward and just come into a long runner's lunge. Breathe into tented fingertips. Breathe out, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, interlock fingers behind the spine, left thumb on top. Inhale, chest rises, shoulders come together. Exhale, fold over your legs, straight legs if you can. Inhale, hands down, left foot back. Drop the left knee and breathe into your Anjaneyasana. Breathe out into your downward facing dog. High plank pose on your breath in. Drop knees, chest, chin on your breath out. Clip the elbows in as you sweep through into your up dog. Send the thighs up and back into your down dog. Bring the left leg up to the sky. Left foot forward, come to tented fingertips, runner's lunge. So peel your body up off of your left thigh as much as you can, but get really long in that back leg. And now exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach out and up. We'll do that one more time with a little bit more flair. Interlock your fingers behind the back. Inhale, chest rises, knuckles down. Exhale, fold, get nice and open in the shoulders. Inhale, hands down, right leg back. Tap the right knee down, Anjaneyasana. Exhale to your downward facing dog. High plank pose on your breath in. Knees, chest, chin as the breath comes out. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg flies up in the air. Right foot forward to a runner's lunge. This time, inhale, swipe the right arm up to the sky and to the twist. And as you breathe out, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, rise, arms lift. Breathe out, interlock fingers behind the spine, left thumb on top. Pick up your chest, knuckles down. Breathe out, fold, fists up and over the head. Release the hands and step the left foot back, left knee down. Anjaneyasana, arms reach out and up. Breathe out into your downward facing dog. Inhale to your high plank. Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Point the toes, bring it through, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up. Left foot forward. Swipe the left arm up to the sky, come into your twist. Left hand down to a forward fold at the top. And inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, close your eyes, prayer the hands in front of the heart. If you'd like to settle on an intention for this practice, now's your chance. But I heard a really great quote yesterday. I read it, and I just want you to keep this quote in mind. Louise Hay, the author of How to Heal Your Life, said, you've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Isn't that beautiful? We are all our own worst critic. So turn that person off and be kind to yourself. Open your eyes, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look to the top. Exhale, plank to chaturanga if it's in your practice. Sweep through into your upward facing dog. Sweep back into your downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Send the right foot forward. Left knee comes down and breathe in, arms rise. Breathe out, cactus the arms. T-twist over to the right side. Inhale, come through center. Interlock your fingers behind the back, straighten the right leg. Pick up the toes and reach your nose towards your ankle. Same thing with the high lunge. Inhale, come through, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus, chest up. Inhale, T-twist to the right. This time, reach forward and drop the left hand down. The right arm rises to the sky. Breathe. And now heel toe your right foot about 2 inches to the right. And now drop the back heel down, open the hips to the left. Right hand comes inside of the right foot. And the left hand either comes to your hip, or you can tent your right fingertips and peel your left arm up to the sky into an extended side angle. Maybe draw the bicep up and over the ear. Get long, get lean, free the toes, breathe. For 3, 2. And now drop the hands and walk your hands over towards the left corner of the mat and press back in your right hip. Squeeze your outer right glute. And now you can stay here, or you can walk your hands to the center of the mat long ways. Straighten out through the right leg and flip the right toes over into a Prasarita Padottanasana. And now take the right hand, reach it somewhere onto the left leg, maybe even to the outside edge of the left foot. Bend the right knee, bend the right arm, and now turn your upper body to turn your gaze under your left armpit. So now the more you drop your right shoulder, the more you feel a stretch in a strap-like fashion from the bottom of your scapula all the way through to the top where your rotator cuff resides. Oh, this is one of my favorites. And now slowly, mindfully release that. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, flip the right toes forward, heel toe the right foot out to the corner of the mat, lizard pose. Nice. And now from your lizard pose, hop your left foot up to be outside of the left hand and sink your hips low into a Malasana squat. And now take your right hand, I'll hop back so you can see me. Take your right hand, you're gonna lean to the left side, bend your arm in half and place the bony side of the palm on top of your sacrum and hook the elbow inside of your right knee. Now soften your left heel down to the floor and press out with your elbow and in with your knee. I wish we were in class together so I could see your face when you do this delicious stretch. And it's an intense one. So if you're feeling it to its maximum intensity, perfect. You're removing a lot of junk around that shoulder area. Now to get out of it, lean forward, lean into your left palm, come to the left side, straighten out through your right leg, and now release that right hand forward. Oh! Right? I know. Now let's do the other side. Lean into the right leg. Wrap the left arm back behind you, tap the sacrum with your left palm, and now hook the elbow inside of the left knee and come back into your Malasana, into your squats. And you want to press out so slightly with the left elbow and press in so slightly with your left knee or left inner thigh. Woo. One side's always different than the other. Float forward, press into your right palm, and gently, mindfully release that posture and extend both arms out in front of you and let your chest fold. And now meet me in a downward facing dog, however you want to get there. If you're feeling like a vinyasa, go for it. And inhale, float the left leg up. Stack the hips, peel it open. And now send the left foot in between the thumbs, the right knee comes down to the mat. Breathe in, arms reach out and up. Breathe out, cactus, let the chest rise. Next breath, T-twist over to the left. And now bring your arms forward and up. Left thumb on top, interlace fingers behind the back. Peel the chest open to the sky. Straighten out through the left leg as you lift the toes and reach the arms up and over the head. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Your neck should be nice and soft. If you're falling out, it's okay. Just tuck the back toes under. Anyway, you're out of it. Release, bend into the left knee, lift your right knee, high crescent lunge. Same arm action, cactus the arms, lift the chest. I stole this from Angela Vinyas if you ever take her class. T-twist over to the left, just that little cactus move because it's beautiful. Reach your right arm forward. Right hand down, left arm rises, come into the twist. And while you're doing so, heel toe your left foot over about 2 inches to the left. And now take the left hand or fingertips inside of the foot and bring your back heel down so that your back foot's parallel with the the mat, and you can reach your right arm up into an extended side angle. Pull back with your left outer hip. Hug the right quad to bone and lift the inner arch of the right foot. Yes. Breathe. Get nice and open, open, open. And now extend your arms over to the right corner of the mat. You can stay here or you can come into the Prasarita if you did it on the other side. So let me come back to face you. So straighten out through the left leg this time, and now take the left hand to the right foot somewhere. Right arm extends straight out towards the center long ways. Bend left knee, bend left arm, and now encourage your gaze up and under your right armpit. There are so many instructions. I know, I'm sorry, but it's because this is so beautiful and worthwhile. How are we doing? Good? Everyone good? Keep bending, keep pulling, gently pulling. And now softly release and walk it to the top of your mat into a lizard pose. Shake out the upper body, shake out the head. And now step the right foot outside of the right hand, sink the hips down low, and we're going to do that same thing we just did. Thanks, Ellen. And coming into it at the same time. So we're going to do that little wrap together. Lean to the left side. Right hand back, snuggle it down to your sacrum, hook it inside of the right knee. Lean over to the right. Wrap the left arm back, hand to sacrum, swivel the elbow inside of the knee, and now draw your knees together. You're gonna round in the upper body, it's fine. You probably need to. Whoa. That is a real separation of the space between the shoulder blades. So even though we tend to hunch over the computer, we still have to get a nice balanced stretch of the chest and of the back body, if only to make you more aware of when you're slouching. You need to build that awareness of that space there because it's very indicative of how your posture is in that moment. And now lean to one side, release the right arm, lean to the other side, release the left arm, and extend your arms out in front of you. And I'm going to face forward. And now slowly, slowly, lie it down onto your backs. Cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. Flex the right foot, come into a figure four. Start to draw your knee up towards your chest and wrap your arms around the shin or around the thigh. Close your eyes and just breathe. And if you feel that your lumbar spine is lifting off the mat, try to bring a little posterior tilt to your pelvis by lifting the bottom of your pelvis forward towards your belly. In other words, press your lower back into the floor and bring your knees closer. I just wanted to say posterior. Oh God, the things I admit when you're only on video. Okay, drop the sole of the left foot down to the mat. And now you're going to drop the right foot over to the left side and now twist your upper body over to the right. So this is a nice, somewhat passive outer hip opener. I know we're focused on shoulders, but you know we gotta get them hips in too. And notice sensation. Always tune in with sensation or vibration that changes with you physically when you do a practice of movement or any kind of meditative practice. Slowly hug your knees back into the chest and slip the right knee on top of the left. Maybe you can hook your right knee around the back of the left calf or not, I don't care. Bring your right arm underneath of your left into eagle arms, and now again that posterior tilt, so you press your lumbar into the mat. Hold back into the mat, get nice and long. As you exhale, tap your elbow to your knee in an eagle crunch, but breathe out through the mouth so it sounds like this. You inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. So exhale through your teeth. Let's go for 5, 4, 3. This just gives a little extra engagement to the abdominals for 2. Last one. Release, unravel, hug knees in. Place the right foot on the floor and cross the left ankle over the right knee. And now guide that left knee out. And now draw the right knee in toward your chest and wrap your arms around the shin or around the thigh, whatever feels good. Keep the breath flowing, nice and smooth. I have a confession I have to tell you. Don't tell anyone and don't get mad at me. I walked onto the beach yesterday in South Beach. I crossed the caution tape and I stood on the beach for about 4 minutes. And I have to tell you, it was incredible. There was no one there, and it was just the most beautiful thing I've seen in a very long time. Slowly release the right foot down to the mat, and now drop the left foot over to the right. And now turn your upper body and gaze over to the left. Keep breathing. Getting smoother in the face. Getting softer in the jaw. Try to relax that outer left hip. Even though you're giving it such a deep stretch, you can mindfully and intentionally let go of that tightness in the IT band by allowing yourself to release the outside of that hip. And inhale, draw it back up through center, cross the left knee on top of the right into eagle legs, and cross the left arm underneath of the right into eagle arms. Remember, long spine, flush to the mat. Take a long breath in. Exhale through the mouth, through the teeth. Tap elbow to knee. For 6. For 5. For 4. Bonus points if you actually touch elbow to knee. For 3. Did I just add one? For 2. Last one. Release. Hug the knees into the chest. Sway the hips side to side. And now extend the legs straight down in front of you, and we're just going to roll over onto the belly. I'm going to come forward so you can see me, but just roll over onto the belly, really easy. Press the tops of the hips into the floor, interlock your fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders together, pick the chest up nice and high. Pick the legs up nice and high. You should have a nice little back bend going on here. Breathe, get higher, higher, higher. And now as you breathe out, just lower the legs down and bring your arms out in front of you. Tent the fingertips and lift the heart up higher. Shoulders back. There's some compression in the lumbar. It's okay. If it's painful, release the posture a little bit. If you can deal with a bit more, you can walk your hands a little bit closer to you. Fingers out at a 45-degree angle into a seal pose. Let go of your lower body. We use seal pose really often in yin practice. It's a good stimulator of the kidneys. And now lower down to the forearms wherever you are. Bend both knees and reach your arms back behind you. Catch the ankles. Flex your feet back and now kick back with the ankles. Lift up your thighs, but hug your inner thighs in and roll back. Balance onto the hips. Breathe. Your heart is open, your back is bending, your throat is open, and you're getting stronger in the muscles around the spine. 3. For 2. Release only the legs. And now bring your forearms down into a Sphinx pose like we started. But this time, draw the left knee up into a 90-degree angle. And now press into the left palm and reach your right arm over to the left side. And now roll that left arm up and back behind you. Stack the left hip on top of the right. So if your left knee rises, it's okay. And breathe into this twist. Get nice and soft. Let the chest be open. Come back to your thoughts and notice where they go. And just watch them. You don't really have to do anything about them. You just see where does your mind like to wander to. And then can you gently bring it back here? It's like training any kind of animal or child. When it starts to wander too far, you gently bring it back and you continue that same practice and process until it finally stops leaving. Except it never really stops leaving completely, but you're more aware of it. Come through center, 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 meet me back into a Sphinx pose. Oh my God, I love that one. Now the right knee comes in line with the hip into a half frog leg. Press into the right hand, lift the forearm, reach the left arm over to the right, and now peel your right arm over to the left. Your right knee lifts off of the mat, and that's totally fine. You just want to stack the outer hips, one on top of the other. One shoulder is lifted off the mat. Great. Good time to bring awareness to your jaw. Back to your thoughts, and remember that when you're on your mat, you're reinforcing your life patterns. So do your best to make those patterns as positive as you can, at least while you're on the mat, so they'll eventually translate to your regular old life. Slowly come back forward, meet me again into a Sphinx pose, and then tuck the knees in, come into a child's pose. And just get nice and soft in the upper body. Stay in your child's pose. Breathe, breathe. Everyone good? I don't even know what time it is. And now lift the torso. Move slow. Bring the soles of the feet together. Insides of the feet lift up, hands around the ankles, nice and long in the chest. And now round your upper body forward. Fold the chin in. And maybe you can even get a nice opening of the back of the neck if you want to take the fingers interlocked. Bring the hands to the bottom of the skull and then let your elbows drip down towards the floor, so you also get this extra added benefit of a back of the neck stretch. And it even gets up into your traps. How often do you hear a yoga teacher talk about traps? That's such a gym thing to say, right? And release that. Extend the legs straight out in front of you. Lift your arms up high. Exhale, swan dive your fingers towards your feet or your shins or your ankles and fold. As many of you may already know, I started taking Arabic for fun. It is fun, and I have lessons on Fridays before this class. And today I read my first word, and it's only my second lesson. I read a word in Arabic, and I haven't been that satisfied and proud and excited over anything in, I don't know, that particular feeling since I was like a kid. It was so magical. My word was bahath, which means research. And I think that's very, very appropriate for me. All right, let it go. I'll shut up now. I'll lie down on the back. Meet me in Shavasana. So if you prefer to take a long, delicious Shavasana, you're welcome to turn the video off now. Otherwise, we'll do about a minute together. Maybe two. So close your eyes, bring one hand to the belly and bring one hand to the chest. Notice the rise and fall of the belly. And then at the same time, notice the rise and fall of the chest. Eyes are closed. And just follow the journey of the breath. In and out through the nose. And now start to deepen your breath. Revitalize your body, stretch it out. Take longer inhales, take more intentional, forceful exhales. Place your knees near your heart, wrap your arms around your shins. Fold over to one side and softly make your way to a simple seated cross-legged pose. Eyes are closed, hands to prayer in front of the heart. Intention clear. Breathe into your intention. Breathe out through your mouth. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. Namaste. Thank you. I'll see you guys on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Unless you want to join, Bernardo and I are doing a meditation challenge together, and I'm teaching on Tuesday, Thursdays in the morning at 9:30 a.m. EST. You're welcome to do that if you want to join us to be held accountable for your meditation practice. Otherwise, that's it. Have a good weekend. Get some sun if you can. Get some walking out there. All right. Bye.